the sages and wise men of the ages were guiding us to look within ourselves. But the fear so divisive and the lie so enticing, we keep spinning this hell. Raise your eyes, you are the possibility. Nurturing love is the greatest remedy. 99 days of peace through unity. 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 We don't all have to make the same choice to know respect and empathy. To be the change gonna take a new mind frame of forgiveness, one earth and family.
Welcome, everyone, and we'd love to call you in with our warm, open hearts to Artist Catalyzing Evolution, Instruments of Peace. We are ACE, Artist Catalyzing Evolution. We are a synergy circle of the Evolutionary Leaders, which serves as a spirit-infused seedbed for growing artistry. We come together monthly in a space of openness and mutual vulnerability to support each other's creativity and service as artists. We are committed to deep listening and heartfelt, soulful sharing. We see the arts as a powerful and necessary emotion-based vehicle for greater communication, connection, and growth on our planet at this important evolutionary moment. We realize the great power and beauty of offering a group co-creative artistic flow a few months ago when we offered a healing arts ceremony for our dear brother and creator of We the World, Rick Alphick. Today, at this pinnacle moment, nearing the end of the 99 Days of Peace tomorrow, and also the incoming nearing the end of the 99 Days of Peace, not tomorrow, but the International Day of Peace, which is tomorrow, we have decided to share another inspiring hour of creative flow, expressing our nature as instruments of peace in this earthly orchestra of 8 billion and counting. May this space be a call to all artists to feel into what peace means to you, both individually and collectively, as artists catalyzing evolution. Can we start to put the intention of peace on earth behind all of our offerings? And I'd like to call forward all of our artists catalyzing evolution for a brief introduction. Our presenters today will include Reverend Rhetta Morgan, Reverend Charles Gibbs, Dr. Ivy Shadiah, Scott Catamas, Kaeshi Chai, Sommer Joy Ramer, Reverend Paulette Pipe, Catamas, and myself. My name is Kristin Hoffmann. And I also want you all to know that behind the scenes, the whole time, Kara Stonehouse will be live drawing. Catamas will be holding the field for all of us so that the energy is flowing. And Sommer Joy Ramer will be dancing throughout our whole 1 hour journey to hold the highest energy and intention for peace on earth. So even while we're seeing one presenter on screen, you can know that there's all of this other incredible artistry that is literally weaving the space live, and that we're doing this together. And I would say that is our wish for you, that you're really going to take this time to go deep within yourselves and feel that connection to all of the artists on this planet simultaneously, connecting to us as we're weaving, connecting to your inner creativity, and connecting to the whole world. This can really be an hour of art healing and therapy for the world, and we offer this in peace. There's not going to be any applause or introductions once we get going. It's going to be a seamless flow of artistry throughout. And then at the end, we'll get to celebrate together and say our goodbyes. So without further ado, let's begin and let the art start to flow and the inspiration take a hold and open our hearts. And I'm passing over to beloved Reverend Rhetta, who will help us begin this journey. Many, many blessings.
This welcome is a love song. Beloved, you were always welcome. We have been waiting for you since before birth. Our hearts held a place that only you can fill. Welcome. This welcome is a love song. What a wonder it is that you are here. Our everything is lifted to greet and remind you that you belong. Your belonging permeates our inner circle with the perfume of a cherished home. You are that cherished home. Welcome. Welcome. This welcome is a love song, away with all that might want to stand between us. I extend my heart. We extend our hearts in this holy now to meet you where you are, however you are. Won't you meet us in mind, heart, and spirit so we can gather together and cross the bridges of our differences and enter this virtual sanctuary, bringing and spreading dynamic, compelling peace. Welcome. And yes, sing a world of justice, peace, and joy into view, even as we keep a space for our grieving, for our exhaustion, for our rage and our sadness, for all is welcome in the wholeness of this our sacred circle. Welcome, welcome, welcome here, welcome.
I can't imagine a deeper, more heartfelt welcome to everyone who is connected to this hour. I'd like to start by simply saying thank you. Thank you to everyone out there for who you are, how you are, and what you do every time you wake up in the morning to make this world a more peaceful and better place. And I'd invite us in channeling our inner artistry to imagine the web of light connecting all of us. May that web of light glow brightly during this time together. Our world needs a light. As I work through my 72nd year on Earth, first, I still believe nothing is ever impossible. The world we dream is not impossible. And yet, the world we inhabit seems poised between promise and menace. We live in that tension, and it's into that tension, in the belief that nothing is impossible, that I offer this poem. It is called A Transformed Tomorrow. As all around us, suffering sisters and brothers, from infants to elders of all species, drench the earth, humans are despoiling, with tears of rage and anguish, and old forms like parched plants wither away, or hover at the edge of surrender, caterpillars entrusting all to an intuited chrysalis, or rage with the destructive fury of a galaxy of exploding stars. Humanity inhabits a present, suspended between promise and menace, echoing an urgent cry. Come, 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 you who would be the womb to guard and grow a transformed tomorrow. Come, you who would be the womb to guard and grow a transformed tomorrow. The hour is late. Shadows lengthen. Come, you lost and forgotten. Come, you lonely and careworn. Come, you whose hearts are breaking. Come, you secure seeming in vaults of power. Come, you who hold the wisdom of the old and yearn to help build the new. Come, you who embody compassion. Come, you who sail seas of change. Come, you who awaken with the sun. Come, you from all faiths, and you from none. Come, elders and infants. Come, wise women and humble men. Come, red, yellow, black, brown, white. Come from the east. Come from the south. Come from the west. Come from the north. We, the world, led by fire, light, and love. We are the kindled spark, called to conceive in co-creative goodness the already emerging future. Led by fire, light, and love, we are the kindled spark called to conceive in co-creative goodness the already emerging future. Yes, the gestation will be long and often terrifying, but also overflowing with joy. So trust what grows in the nurturing dark. Trust what grows in the nurturing dark. Yes, the hour is late and shadows lengthen. Yes, the labor will be long and the pain fierce. But on the far side of advancing night, the sun will rise. New life will emerge. Perhaps in the dawning light, withered fields and forests will revive. New species will be born. The hoop of the nations healed, the circle of life restored to a new wholeness. Perhaps May we awaken and in fire, light, and love labor as one until this dawn of promise is delivered. May we awaken. May we awaken and in fire, light, and love labor as one until this dawn of promise is delivered.
Beloved Scott, could you go now? Thank you.
I believe that Ivy is next. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Love Coach Scott Catamas, and it's really an honor to be with all these remarkably talented artists. Now, I can't sing like Kristin, and I sure can't dance like Kaeshi, and I can't orate like Reverend Rhetta or drop into the presence that we'll see with Reverend Paulette, and I certainly don't have poetry like Charles Gibbs. But somehow I'm here, and I think it's because I really honor the arts. I honor the artistic. And so when I was invited to be a part of this, and I really am kind of humbled, I thought that what I wanted to do was bring in my mentor, Dr. Marshall Rosenberg. Marshall, for any of you who don't know, was the founder of nonviolent communication, also known as compassionate communication. Before he passed away, there was a big movement to try and get him the Nobel Peace Prize. And I was blessed to learn from him. And Marshall taught some beautiful tools for how to really create peace in our world. And we're all here today, and when you watch this, whether it's watching live or watching the recording, because we all want peace. And if we want peace in the world, how do we create it? And Marshall taught us we start with our own relationships. And there's a beautiful practice that I really appreciate that I want to share with you. And the practice is to not create enemy images of others. What does that mean? What does that look like? It means that when somebody says or does something that bothers us, when we see somebody and we get that judgment, instead of calling them a name, what an idiot, what a jerk, we recognize that that's an enemy image. You know, when soldiers are trained to go to war, the first thing that they're taught is to dehumanize the enemy. My grandfather, when he went to Europe to fight in World War II, wasn't there to kill Hans, Jürgen, or Peter. He was trained to kill the dirty Nazis. And tragically, today, those who fly drones and drop bombs, they're not told you're dropping bombs on a family of Raisuli and Mohammed and their children, but you're killing the evil terrorists. Now, we can all look and see the tragedy of that way of thinking, of the dehumanizing. But you know, each and every one of us at some time in our life, perhaps even today, looked at somebody and said, what an idiot, what a jerk, or some other word like that. And when we do that, we dehumanize that person. So a beautiful practice for peace is when we're bothered to recognize that it's not who that person is as a being that's the problem. Let's learn to see all beings as divine emanations of whatever you want to call it, life, God, the universe. Now, what is true is that people make choices or have behaviors that impact us. So our problem is not with the being, it's with a choice or behavior that they have. And we don't deny that, but we differentiate between the being and the behavior. So the discipline, the practice to create peace in our world is to eliminate all enemy images, to eliminate any adjective of another person or even of yourself. How often we go, oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Oh my God, I'm such a fool. I do that still. And I've been practicing this for 20 years. It's a practice. It's not a light switch we turn on. It's practice. But in this beautiful practice, we learn that even if somebody's bothering us, see the divinity, see the God. A wonderful way of doing it is, wow, there's God fully experiencing itself as that person. Or there I am, fully experiencing myself as that person. And we can still acknowledge the choice or the behavior that person's making that bothers us, that impacts us. Which of our needs are not being met by that choice? Which of their needs are they trying to meet by that choice? And that's where we drop from the judgmental mind that just calls them a name, and we drop into our compassionate heart, seeing the beautiful being, acknowledging our unmet needs, and trying to imagine what needs are driving them to create that choice, to make that choice. Thank you so much for listening. And I'm honored to turn it back over to more wonderful artists catalyzing evolution.
Thank you so much, Scott.
My
name
actually
is
Ivy now, dear one.
Oh, okay.
Beloved Ivy.
It's Dr. Ivy time. Get ready. She is amazing. I love this one.
This is the time to go in. The time to heal the heart, cleanse the mind, and connect with the divine. Take a deep breath in through the mouth, through the nose, inhaling, filling your lungs with air, and exhale slowly through the mouth. Allow your shoulders to droop down, 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 deeper and deeper into relaxation. Take a deep breath. And gently close your eyes. Vibrational frequency. Journey within. Following each tone with your mind's eye. And allow it to flow to the center of the heart chakra. Bring your awareness to the center of your forehead, place where we create, the place where we remember, when we manifest. Right now, let us collectively manifest peace on earth.
Ivy, please hit your original sound. Thank you.
Bringing your awareness to the center of your forehead. Allow an image of bright white light to appear. Allow that light to permeate deeply into each and every cell of your body, cleansing, clearing, freeing. So it shall be. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ivy. That was so blissful. My name is Kaeshi, and I'm an artist playing in the mediums of dance, theater, and education. And today, I'm going to lead you on a visionary exercise. Before that, I want to set some context. Earlier this year, I ran into Catamas, who's a fellow ACE artist and evolutionary leader at a wonderful conference in California called Pioneers. And one of the first sentences out of his mouth was, if you had $1 million to contribute to the world, what would you do with it? And this is the first time that anyone has asked me a question like this. And for me, it was a wonderful space to lean into and dream into possibilities of how I could contribute and make a positive impact in this world. And it reminded me of being part of David Gershon's Peace Project in early 2020. I did this with Kristin Hoffmann, and I went into underprivileged public high schools in Harlem and Queens in New York City, where I led workshops with Black and Latin teens. And the topic is befriending the other. So I taught them different tools like NVC, some of which Scott shared today, and why we other others. Also, we did some active listening exercises so we could become better listeners, and how to turn around limiting beliefs. I found that this was really fulfilling, and I received amazing feedback from the teens. And I also wish to create nature stories in an assembly program to be shared with the next generation. So these are just some ideas that came bubbling up for me. And now I'm going to turn the question to you. If you had $1 million and you could contribute to the world, what would you do? So this is your opportunity to lean into your imagination, shoot for the stars, and maybe you'll just get to the moon. Accompanying us will be the lovely Kristin Hoffmann. She'll be playing some music as we journal. And as you start to clarify some of your ideas, feel free to write them into the chat so that we can be inspired by them. And I will join Sommer in embodying some of these ideas physically. Take it away, Kristin.
Oh, so beautiful. Sommer Joy. We need to unmute Sommer Joy. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I hear my ace brothers and sisters calling out to me. Want to invite you that hears this, that you are an artist of peace. I want you to feel that right here in this moment. This peace pole is within you. So feel that energy below your toes. I want to invite you, as we all have been weaving our extraordinary, unique purpose together as one. For service, for peace. Feel that in your body. We want to let that peaceful light rise up to your ankles, your knees. If you're sitting at your computer or your phone, I want to invite you to rise into that butterfly of peace. You are here on this earth for so many reasons, and you don't have to know it all. I just want you to feel connected to the peace that is possible. And feel that rising energy of peaceful light up into your hips, grounding you always to this precious earth that we all get to call home. Yeah. And just feel the energy like a butterfly. It shakes, it quivers. It doesn't always know where it's going to go next. It can be chaotic and it can be peaceful. Feel the peace out through your fingertips, from your heart. And imagine all of us at this moment touching the edges of each other's wings. Yes, we are one. We are one together. Feel that peace pull up in your mouth, in your lips, your cheeks. What a beautiful moment we get to share together. Any thoughts that are arising, distractions, things that are of future or past, just let your fingers of peace, wings, calm your whole body right here. You are an instrument of peace all the way down. Feel yourself rise in that peace, that instrument of peace that Scott, Ivy, Kristin, Kaeshi, I love this group of artists, and you are a part of this circle. Officially, in this moment, we are in synergy with you. Those of you in the chat, please share with us what is your instrument of peace for this earth, for these 99 days of peace through unity. You matter. We hear you, we feel you from the Hubcast Heart Quarters Peace Pole. Love you all.
Thank you, Sommer. That was beautiful. And now we're going to take these offerings into a time of meditation. So I invite you to make any micro adjustments that are necessary for you to completely let go and relax. We're aiming to experience peace. Peace in our body. Peace in our minds. Peace in our spirit. And so we discard those enemy images that Scott referred to, those thoughts that take us down the rabbit hole. And we breathe in peace. Exhale everything unlike peace. Breathe deeply into our heart, that portal of possibility for peace. And fully and deeply, slowly exhale. And that cloak of peace descends around us and enshrouds us like a veil, a vibration that's palpable. And peace seeps in and peace seeps out with every breath. The lyrics of a very popular song says, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me." So we breathe peace, we visualize peace, we exhale peace that comes from the core of our stillness, the core of our being. Now, in your mind's eyes, I invite you to imagine the globe, the planet, our blue Gaia. And as we bring that image into mind, imagine there is a veil of peace enveloping the planet, much like it enveloped our being. Let there be peace on every continent. That peace that begins with me, let it emanate now on every continent on the planet. In Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia and Oceania, Europe, North America, and South America. Let there be peace. Let us hold that possibility of peace in our lifetime that comes from that portal of peace in our hearts. And may this blessing and this intention for peace impact the sky, the birds of the air, the ocean and sea life, the flowers, the fauna, the forests, the bees, the animals, the children, those who are hurting, those who are improperly imprisoned, the hostages, those who are hungry, those who are experiencing food insecurity, those who are experiencing inequality, injustice, vile conditions. Let there be peace on every corner of the globe, every continent, filled with peace that transforms and transmutes lives into the spiritual equivalent of peace and order and healing for all. We breathe peace. We hold that intention of peace in our heart. And we exhale peace as we rest in a vibration of stillness where peace is amplified, activated, and resonant within us, around us, and around the planet in a moment of peaceful stillness. Silence. And now, like the beautiful butterfly that was danced into our arena, we emerge from the chrysalis of discord and confusion into peace, that we walk, that we talk, peace in how we respond, peace in mutual loving, caring, respectful communication, the dismantling of othering as we know and resonate with the peace that dwells within each of us, and that peace that is now circulating the entire globe. And as we step back from that portal of possibility, we come from a place of peace. I invite you to vigorously rub your hands together and place your thumbs on your sternum. And from that place of peace, and that portal of possibility in me, to that place of peace and portal of possibility that is in everyone, everywhere around the globe, we now bow. Peace, be still, and so it is.
Kara.
Yeah. So here we have a colorful version of what we've been experiencing in the sacred time, the deep welcome to our hearts, the opening of future possibilities through our dreams, the call to compassionate communication, and the dance of becoming butterfly, and the sound, the resonant vibration of world peace coming through us, and the sensual enjoyment of the process. And so we are becoming these instruments of peace, and this choir needs 8 billion of us playing our instruments together to weave this web of peace on every continent around the whole globe, and with joy and with love. And so it shall be.
Oh, thank you so much, dear artists. Catalyzing Evolution. This has been a divine creative dance together. I feel the love and the connection flowing and growing, and all of it has come together so perfectly in Kara's art piece at the end. I'm just blown away as I'm looking at the colors, at the spirit, at the vision. We want to invite you to carry this flame forward, carry this creative spark forward. Hopefully this collaborative space has reignited a question in your heart. What is my mission in this life? Who am I as an artist catalyzing evolution? And you may not think of yourself as an artist, but we are all artists. We are all co-creators. So please visit that question in your heart daily. Who am I as a co-creator, as an artist, catalyzing evolution? What is my dance in the world? What is my butterfly feeling like, looking like, sensing into the world as I'm opening these new wings? How am I carrying peace forward in my words, in my step, in my actions, in my love, in my spirit? I want to thank all of these beautiful artists on the screen. And with our last minute, maybe everyone can just unmute and share one word. Let's go in order. I'm going to call on you. We just have 1 minute left, so I want everyone to just share one word about your mission. Just tune into your mission. Let's go with Kaeshi first.
My mission. I'm feeling invigorated and I'm feeling inspired.
Beautiful. Reverend Rhetta.
Expansive.
Ooh, beautiful. Scott Catamas.
Hopeful.
Beautiful. Reverend Paulette Pipe.
My intention is to be a healing presence of peace.
Beautiful. Dr. Ivy Shadiah.
On the wings of vibration, connect your mind with the divine.
Beautiful. My intention is to be present in the creative peace that I am and in tune as much as possible at all times. And I would love to invite Sommer to just make one last, Kara Stonehouse before Sommer. Kara Stonehouse.
Making the invisible visible, so we make the impossible possible.
Oh, beautiful. And Sommer, maybe you would like to take us out with one last expression of what is your mission of peace. And then that will be our goodbye.
Okay. Wow. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls.
Wow. Love you all. We love you all. Blessings. And take your peace into the world and just fly. Love you.
Blessings, everyone.
Things.
Unity Earth TV, Unity Earth TV, Unity Earth, oh come on home. Unity Earth TV, Unity Earth TV, Unity Earth, we're coming home.